the key things for sellers that we should know about.
Well, before I get into that, Greg, I wanted to congratulate you on the new venture out in Listowel.
Oh, thanks.
I understand that you got it up and running live. Was it on the 15th?
Correct, yep. September
Yes.
15th, Tuesday this week. It's been a whirlwind week, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I believe it.
Thanks.
Well, I think Listowel is a lucky place to have you there and have you do for them what you've been doing for us for what, more than 10 years now?
Yeah, more than 10 years we've been doing it. I'll tell you a funny story. Somebody up there was listening to what we did down here just to kind of see what we do. So one of the real estate agents up in that market is doing an all about real estate show.
Oh, really?
No
Hey,
lie.
can I get a cut off of that
You
somehow?
should get a commission somehow. So we're doing a real estate show up there.
Yeah, and I see you're hanging out with farmers up there too, so that's kind of nice.
I love the farmers up there. There are a lot of dairy, a lot of cows, right? So there's a lot of livestock, whereas down here we're more crop related, right? I think we might have a handful of dairy farms, but up there, man, there's a ton of dairy farms.
Yeah.
And I went on a tour of a 400 head dairy farm and operated by robots. So they milk the cow by robot.
Yeah,
and the
I've seen
cows love it. Their cows are very childlike. They're very routine, and the computers do things exactly the same way over and over again. The cows really like it. So, yeah, I've got to know a lot of the farmers and the people up in Listowel. It's been great. It's good to be home. I love Wallaceburg. I love where I live, and but it's been a nice venture up there. So thanks for the nice words.
Good.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad that you're.
Real estate's expensive up there. People
Yeah,
should be
I've heard
very.
that.
I mean, I know our prices have risen here greatly in the last little while, which is great for people building equity in their homes. But up there, the prices are. I mean, they're kind of on that outside area of Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo, and a lot of spillover. That some people are, trying to get out of the rat race, and they're moving to Listowel, kind of the same way people are moving here, right?
Exactly. No, that's right.
We get a lot of people from the Toronto area that are kind of moving in, but yeah, we're touching on sellers today. So walk me through some good tips and stuff that we have for sellers, Pete.
Well, one thing that we're finding, there's people out there that would like to sell their home, but first of all, they're saying, well, where are they going to go, right? So we don't have a lot of listings, so it's difficult for someone wanting to sell. They're saying, well, I don't want to sell my house and then be homeless. So we encourage sellers, if you're thinking about it, to reach out to us and start the process early, have us in, and let us sort of, first of all, walk you through, okay, how can we help you find a home? So one of the main things that we do, if someone, and I say seller, but then they flip over to the buyer side, is prospector list. So if I come to you and you say, hey, I want to sell my home, but I need to find something else, so I can put you on a prospector list. I can put in your price range, what you're looking for, the area, and as soon as a home gets listed, no matter who lists it, boom, you get an email saying this is a new listing. So it's very important that you start early with that and start working on that. Now, in this market, if you have a home to sell first, sometimes it's difficult to buy one because you're competing against people that either already have sold their home or are cash or whatever. So then we go back to the selling side and saying, okay, what can we do, first of all, to prepare your home so that when we get it on the market, it's ready to go. So we'll and we've talked about this declutter cleaning thing before, but even more so, a little further than that is we've been doing a lot of sort of a little bit of staging and we have a woman on staff right now at Riverside that she just awesome with staging. So I've brought her in with me and said, okay, what do you see here? And so we kind of help you get your home ready to sell. The other thing that we can do for you as a seller is we can put a condition in there to state that your home, the only way you'll sell your home is if you find suitable housing. So that's possible. So we have done that as well. If someone's like, because again, what comes, the chicken or the egg, it's like, well, if I can sell my home and have it sold, now all of a sudden it's much easier for me to walk in and buy something. So we kind of help you through both sides of it. And it is important though that you reach out early and that you if you're looking at doing this, bring one of us in and we can help you through every step. We can be with you every step. You don't have to wonder about things, right? And the same with the buyer. Then if you're flipping to the buyer side, same thing. If you're a buyer, even if you don't have a house to sell, reach out early. Like, you're better off to talk to us in the beginning, because we can then let you know all the steps you need to do to be prepared. So when that house does come up in this market, you're ready.
Right. We've got Pete Allaer in with us today from Riverside Realty. I also wanted to mention that, hey, if you've got a question for Pete and you want to call us on the phone line at 519-627-0991, you've got a question about real estate that you want to talk to him. I mean, no pressure and there's no commitment. Don't worry. If you call and talk to Pete, you don't have to sign up with him today to sell your house. But if you got a question, maybe you're thinking about selling, maybe you're thinking about buying something, maybe you're looking at a second property, whatever it may be, Pete's got a wealth of knowledge, and if you want to ask him a question today on the program, we're opening up the phone lines to you today at 519-627-0991, or if you want to talk to us via text, it's 437-0991, and you can send us a text and ask a question to Pete and send it off to us, and we'll get that answer on the radio today here, and maybe it helps a few other people that are considering buying or selling for that matter, right?
Yeah, for sure. Any questions, I'll help.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the open houses that you have coming up here in just a little bit. And of course, it is our Ray-Mac Auto Show weekend too, so we've got some old classic cars to talk about. And I know you are a little bit of a classic car buff yourself.
Well, I've had a couple old cars in my past, and I still do have the old Westphalia.
Do you tinker? Are you do you work on them, or do you just hand it off to somebody who does the work?
Yeah,
on the car?
I'm real good at finding people that know what they're doing.
There's a message right there. Like, compare working on a car to working on your house. There's some things that you just call somebody else to handle on your house, right? Like plumbing. When it comes to anything water related, I just step aside and say, if that faucet is leaking, I am calling somebody that knows what they're doing. Right?
Exactly. That's why you call me when you want to sell your house.
Exactly. Right. Why would you sell it yourself when you got a professional who can sell it for you? I mean, if you're not feeling so well, you don't go to your car mechanic to find out, I got this rash, and can I show it to you? No, you go to the doctor. And when you want a car to be fixed, then you go to somebody else who can do all of that. And I always say I like to work overtime so that I can pay people to do those things that I don't know how to do.
You're right.
Yeah, that's the way to do it here. We'll get to some of the open houses here. I know you're still looking for listings, though, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's the discussion about selling and buying. I mean, we need properties. There's lots of buyers out there. There's lots of people out there that would like to sell their home if they could find something. So, some people that are sort of in the first home wanting to move up to the second home or so on. Larger families are wanting to get bigger homes. So there's lots of buyers out there. The market is great. I mean, we're still chugging along here like it hasn't slowed down. So, yeah, definitely we need homes.
Good. All right, we're talking to Pete Allaer today again from Riverside Realty today, all part of our All About Real Estate show here. All right. I guess this kind of ties in nicely to getting your first home, or maybe that home when you get that word that, yes, it's your home. It's that magic moment today on 99.1. There is something special about that magic moment when you get the call from the real estate agent. That's got to be one of your favorite jobs, right?
Yes. There's times, there's been a couple of moments like that stick in my mind. I was a few years ago. I was helping a young couple look for a home, and we went to quite a few homes, and I happened to be invited to their wedding. So the day before their wedding, we put an offer in on a home, and of course it had some irrevocable times and so on. Mm-hmm. So I'm at their wedding, and I get a call from the other real estate agent saying that the offer was accepted. So I only knew this. They're up, and it was right in the middle of speeches. So they're up there. So they had asked the group, the guests. They said, if anyone wants to come up and say something about the beautiful couple. And so I stood up and I went up to the mic, and I just said, well, I've known Steph for a long time, and I'm going on, and I said, I think they're going to be happy to know that the home that they put the offer on has just been accepted, and you should have seen like the crowd went. It's probably one of my favorite moments up till now. It was so good. It was so funny. They just were like, oh my God. Everybody cheered and clapped. It was so cool. But yeah, I mean, it is satisfying when when you're working with someone and it all comes together, right? Because there's lots of times where it's disappointing, right? You're like, yeah, sorry, didn't get it, but when it finally comes together, it is nice. And I always say, I mean, my favorite clients are like young people, first buyers. It's kind of cool because for them it's like really usually really exciting, So yeah, so I mean,
that's a great moment. Love it. Let's talk about some open houses. Let's talk about some opportunities for people to scoop up some homes around the area. You got a couple for us today, Pete?
Yeah, so we'll start with 2 open houses. We haven't really done a lot of open houses of late, but there are a couple here this weekend. We've got today. We have 2 today. The first one is noon to 2 p.m., and it's at 142 Brownlee. 142 Brownlee Crescent here in Wallaceburg, and that's from noon to 2. And actually, that one is going today and tomorrow, so it's Saturday and Sunday, noon to 2, 142 Brownlee. And then we head out towards Dresden, out to Marthaville Road, Don Euphemia, and it's Saturday, Sunday as well, and it's 1 to 3. So Saturday, Sunday, 1 to 3, and that's 151 Marthaville Road. Okay. That's a country property out in Don Euphemia. I guess that just north of Dresden on Marthaville.
Yep.
Again, Saturday, Sunday, 1 to 3. And then we have a few other nice listings. We got a beautiful home on McKee, 52 McKee. It's a beautiful 4-bedroom backing to the field. Great, nice big family home. So if you're looking for that, sort of raise your family forever home, this is an awesome place. It was built in 94 and it's absolutely pristine. I mean, perfect shape. Then we've got a couple other ones. We got 692 Albert Street. We got one listed there, and we have one at 245 Jansen's Street in Wallaceburg. So we do have a few, but again, we need a variety, and with all the buyers around, we definitely need more listings. So anyone that's thinking, give our office a call or go direct to our individuals. Call 509-627-3381 to the office, or go on riverside.com. Go on to our Facebook page. Our Facebook page has been really doing well lately with lots of activity. So we like that, and you'll see lots of what we have. And yeah, so it's been good. It's busy, and we're plugging away.
Great. There you go. That's a little bit on some of the open houses and those houses that are available from Riverside Realty. He's Pete Allaer. This is the All About Real Estate show as we continue here, and we'll get back to the car side. We've talked a lot about houses. Now we're going to get back to talking more about cars with the Ray-Mac Auto Parts car show that's going on this weekend, and you can jump in your car and go for a cruise today, Pete.
Yeah, maybe I'll take the 74 Westphalia out for a ride.
Oh, there you go. It's kind of like a little house inside.
Yeah,
there, right?
Yeah, my mini Winnebago.
All right, that's today's show. It's 9:23. We continue here on your Saturday.